What's up, YouTube? Today I'll be teaching y'all how to change out an electrical outlet, aka a socket or a plug. I keep everything DIY friendly, real simple, no big words, no crazy terminology. Okay, cool. And for today's assignment, don't forget needle nose pliers. Don't forget your Phillips head screwdriver. Don't forget your flathead screwdriver. Don't forget your voltage tester. And don't forget your gloves. Oh yeah. And please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with all of your friends. All right, now, so the next thing you want to do is go to your breaker box. Go to your breaker box and try to figure out exactly what room your outlet is in so that you can make sure that the power going to it is completely off. Okay, and once you identify which room your socket is in, then you'll go to the number on the side of the room and you'll cut it off by cutting it to the right. I see you moving kind of fast. Grab your flathead screwdriver. Unscrew the screw on the front of the faceplate. Turn it to the left. Remember, to the left is loose, to the right is tight. Pull out that screw, pop that thing off. You got it. See, now what I want you to do is get your voltage tester and I want you to plug it into the socket. It's no light coming from it, so that means that you get no power from that outlet. That's good. Okay, look, I want to show you something. This is a different outlet. You see right now it's showing no power, but once I plug it in, boom, the light came on. That means there's power going to that outlet. Okay, cool, so back to business. Now that we got the faceplate off, I want you to point the voltage detector on both sides at the wires and the screws to make sure there's no power coming. This is just a double reinforcement just to make sure that you're approaching this the safest way possible. The last thing I want you to do is get hurt. Then you can't subscribe no more. All right, kids, gather around. The next thing I want you to do is unscrew these two main screws on the front of the face. Remember, to the left, to the left, to the left. Everything you on in the box to the left, baby. Just take your time. It ain't no rush. You ain't trying to make a YouTube video or nothing, is you? We almost out. And you don't got to put a whole lot of pressure on it. I promise you don't. It'll pop right out. Just like that. That's butter, baby. Boom. Boom. All right. This boom. All right. Okay, grasshopper. Now you can see the side of the outlet. And on the side, you'll see two wires going to two screws. You will want to put your Phillips head in here in the bottom screw and put your Phillips head into the top screw so you can loosen them up so that you can get the wires off. The first thing I'm going to do is grab my flathead screwdriver and I'm going to try to kind of pry the wire off a little bit and it should pop right off. Y'all know my favorite word. Boom. Now it's off. Remember, this wire was on the bottom screw, so place it at the bottom so you won't forget. Another thing too, as soon as you get the outlet to come out the wall after you take the screws off the face, then I want you to take a picture of both sides of the outlet so you can remember the exact placement of both of the wires. Go ahead and pop that thing on off, y'all. Boom, you got it off. You halfway through. You ain't through, but you halfway through. And that's good enough for me. Put that thing onto the top so you do not forget. Boom. Yes, sir, Ski. Now you're on the other side. You 50% through. Now you see it's two white wires going to two silver screws. And now this time it's something different. Now you can see a completely copper wire going over a green screw. That's called a ground wire. I'll tell you that because that's simple. But you want to do the same process over again. And when I say the same process over again, the only thing I'm telling you is to unscrew both of the screws on the side. Use your flathead to kind of pry the wires off of the screws. Okay, now so I'm trying to attack the green screw and it's giving me a hard time. But it's only doing it because I'm shooting a video. It's usually never this hard, I promise. So what I'm gonna do is grab the flathead screwdriver because this screw right here has two different placements, one for a Phillips head and one for a flathead. The flathead is obviously working the best. So I'm gonna turn that to the left to loosen it up. And we'll pop that bad boy right on off. Just like butter, baby. Butter, not margarine, butter. insurance scheme. Okay, cool. You doing pretty good for a rookie. So same step, same process. Go ahead and pry that wire on off of that screw. Take your time too, because even though those wires are made of copper, they will snap, I promise. Now pull that wire to the bottom since it was on the bottom screw. Always remember your placement, baby. Always remember your placement. All right, now y'all, sometimes that top wire, it'll get jealous, so you want to go ahead and get that one off too. So I'm using my needle nose pliers since this one want to act kind of difficult. YouTube will have you messing up sometimes, stuttering and going over your words all crazy. But don't worry about that. Just pull that wire off of that screw. My gloves like one size too big, so they kind of baggy on my hands. I go through a lot for y'all, YouTube. I promise I do. Alright, now y'all, what's my favorite word? Boom. Boom. We got it off now, baby. We got it off. Okay, we almost to the finish line. Now you see this is the replacement outlet right here. So you want to imitate, duplicate, and replicate exactly the way that you seen the outlet on it in the first place. But luckily we put our wires in the right place, so we know exactly where they go. Start off by putting your bottom wire back onto the bottom screw. Take your time, don't you rush. And use your Phillips head screwdriver and turn it to the right, because you want it to be wet, tight. Now grab your needle nose pliers so you can go ahead and pull that wire around that screw to make sure it's secure for when you push the outlet back into the wall. Okay, cool. And what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold, baby. Ice cold. Now go ahead and get your other wire and put it on the top screw, because that's what the placement is telling you. You left it on the top. That was smooth right there. It's usually not that smooth when I'm on YouTube. Needle nose pliers time. Squeeze that wire around that screw. Squeeze that wire around that screw. There you go. Think you're a wise guy, huh? You think you're a wise guy, man? Screw it to the right. Screw it to the right. That's right, to the right. You're a natural kid. You got spunk and charisma, huh? Okay, cool. Congratulations. You made it to the other side. Now just imitate, duplicate, and replicate exactly what you did on the other side now, y'all. That's the ground wire. The ground wire always go over the green screw. Flathead. Don't make the mistake I did. I want y'all to learn from me. Be like Mike, don't be like me. Now be like me sometimes. Not when I'm making mistakes. So screw that to the right. Remember, the bottom wire goes on the bottom screw. Come on. I said come on. You can kind of try to loosen the wire up a little bit to give you a little bit of slack so it can go on a little bit more smoothly. We had to wrestle with it a little bit, but we got it. Screw it on in, y'all. Screw it on in, y'all. All right, so this is the final wire. Pop that thing around the final screw so you can finalize the job and get paid. Needle nose pliers. Needle nose pliers. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that wire. Get it tight so it will not slip out, and turn that Phillips head to the right. Yes, sir. Skate. Yup. Pardon me. Boom. Alright, now boys and girls, this is the final chapter right here. You reached the end. Remember these two screws I told y'all about in the beginning? You want to put them in the holes right behind them. Just line it up. Line them things on up and put them in the screw holes. Lift it up. Yup. And you can start with one screw. Don't try to screw two screws at one time. Just get one of them slightly in. leaving a little bit of slack and leeway for the second screw, and then you go ahead and get that one in too, like so. Like so. You'll notice that your thumb will come in handy to keep things in place. Yeah, man, I just want to tell y'all thank you for staying and sticking around so long into the video. I really appreciate that. And y'all just keep watching, keep following my journey and everything, man. And I'm gonna keep these videos coming. I know how to do a lot of stuff, I promise. I'm like a doctor. I seen it all, I heard it all. Yeah, so I'll be posting all type of videos, installing light fixtures, showing you how to swap out toilets, swap out vanities, swap out all kind of light fixtures and ceiling fans, man. Man, you name it. Just wait, I got you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now cool. Now we almost through with it. I want you to do one thing. Grab that faceplate that we talked about in the beginning, and I want you to pop it right on. It's gonna fit right in place. And grab that tiny screw, put it in, grab your flathead screwdriver and turn it to which way? The right, because right is always tight. Yup. And as you continue watching my different videos about like outlets and light switches, you'll learn that it's typically usually always the same, but it's different variations. You stick around and I'll show it to you. And as always, boom, boom, bam. Okay, grasshopper, back to the breaker box. Get back to the breaker box and remember the switches that you cut off when you turn them to the right. Now I want you to identify them and turn them right back to the left to cut the power back onto the outlet. Man, you're a fast learner. Now get the voltage tester and I want you to plug it into the outlet. If you see a light come on, that means you getting power to that outlet. Boom. Now you getting power to the outlet that you wasn't getting power to. Congratulations, you're still alive. Man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share to all your friends.